Good evening, everyone. I am Ketra with Ketra's Oracle Magic. I'm going to do a reading today for you. So the reading that I'm going to do today, I feel has a specific message. So I pulled an Oracle card from the Mystical Healing reading cards, and it was Release Fear. And I thought to myself, oh, who's got what going on? So I thought, well, let's just do a reading and see how we can help. So for the Release Fear, it says, you are only seeing one tiny aspect of the picture, and this is keeping you stuck in a situation you don't want to be in. Stop worrying and stressing. Things will only change when you start to take responsibility for creating your own reality. You need to come back into the present moment and breathe slowly and deeply. You have an opportunity to either create tranquility in your life or to focus on fear. Only you can make that call. The focus on what you actually want to experience will bring magic into your life. Don't worry about how it will appear. Just open yourself up to receive. So I think what I'm going to do is just do a reading that I came up with. It's going to be 5 cards, and the first one is going to be what fear is surfacing right now. So we'll do that one, and then we'll do the clarifying cards for each. Row 2 is going to be where is this fear rooted? 3 is going to be how is this fear affecting my path and my choices? 4 is going to be what strength lies beneath the fear? And some say, and I think it's a great saying, everything that we want is on the other side of fear. Guidance from Spirit and what to release so that we can rise. Okay. Oh my. Okay. So that is the 4 of Swords. And then we're going to go the Empress, the Page of Cups, the Knight of Cups, the Fool. Let's move these guys over because we're going to do 5 cards. And the 2 of Pentacles. So for our clarifying cards, we're going to give these a shuffle. I apologize, I didn't pre-shuffle. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. But we're going to clarify the 4 of Swords. We're going to clarify the Empress. We're going to clarify the Knight of Cups. I don't know why I have like Page of Cups on my mind. We're going to clarify the Fool. And we're going to clarify the 2 of Pentacles. Okay. So with the first row, it is what fear is surfacing right now. So the fear that I would feel is surfacing right now for somebody with the 4 of Swords is, I feel like somebody needs to rest. And maybe you're afraid of resting because if you don't rest, you won't be able to get done what you need to get done. But when we take that time to rest, when we take that time to stop, when we take that time to think, because literally they're just laying there in the bed thinking, and they're wishing, because in my mind on these cards and how I read, there is a blessing just beyond what you may feel is your reach. And it looks like you're being called to focus on your strength, the strength that you need, but you can't keep going how you're going unless you stop and rest. So I believe that is the message for somebody that is holding on to fear and not letting go, is that sometimes when we fear and we overthink and it's just too much, we're not going to be able to change anything if we don't let go, if we don't just stop, because sometimes the more you do, the worse things get. So just back off. So my advice is to back off. Where is this fear rooted? Okay. So where is this fear rooted? We have the Empress and the King of Swords. So with the Empress is very nurturing and abundant. The King of Swords, how would we say, is intellect, authority, decisive action. And so, I'm sorry, I have to keep looking at my notes. Where is this fear rooted? Is the fear rooted that you have, that you're not feeling like you're able to come up with the results that you want? You want to be the king. You want to be able to take that swift action, that decisive action, and you want to be able to have things happen right now, but they're not exactly happening right now. So I think where the fear is that you're afraid that it's not happening. But if you take a moment and realize that you do have abundance, you have an abundance of wisdom, you have an abundance of courage. You have the Strength card here asking you to notice that you do have courage. So if you take what the Empress says, to be nurturing and to be abundant, I believe they're wanting you to be, and when I say they, I mean Spirit is wanting you to be nurturing to yourself. Be the Empress to yourself. Be nurturing and be kind and be loving. This will come. Whatever it is that you're waiting for to happen, this will come. So with our King of Swords, it's more like you have the intellect, you have the knowledge. So just be patient. How is this fear affecting my path? How is this fear? Well, I feel like this fear is affecting your path because it's holding you back. The Knight of Cups is wanting to go on his journey, but he just, like in this card, he's just kind of hanging out. He could go ahead and plant the seeds of his future here, but he's just kind of like looking around, kind of like being kind of lackadaisical about it. But I don't feel that you've been lackadaisical about anything. I think that you need to take time to focus on just you, just what you need, what you want, and not how it's going to happen. Because the Knight of Cups, when he just goes on his journey, it's because he's already learned. He's just ready to go forward. And then if you can achieve that sense of, I've got this, without that attachment of what's going to happen, then it's going to be blissful. So the Four of Wands is a card of, like, for me, it's known as a card of like marriage and relationships and things like that. But it feels like when you do let go of that fear, this is what you get. You get that abundant happiness and joy, and you get that freedom. So whether it's a relationship or it's something else that you've been wanting things to happen for, it's going to happen. And so this is what strength lies beneath the fear. And I laugh because the strength that I feel this message is trying to convey to somebody out there, that you just need to go about whatever this situation is, whatever led me to pull up that card that says release fear, is to, and don't think of it as you're a fool, but be the fool. Be joyous and free. Just go on that journey. Whatever it is that you're dealing with in your life right now, just let go. I mean, look at the Fool. He's got these cute little clothes on. He's got some tethered sleeves here. And that means he's been on this journey before. That means that he has the capability to do this. And then you have the 10 of Cups with this, which is happiness and joy in 2 cards, free, ready to start. And if you let go of the fear, figure out what the fear is. What are you fearing? Let it go. This is your reward. You get to live life blissfully. And the 10 of Cups, that's it. That's the highest for emotions and togetherness, whether it's with friends, family, job, whatever it is that you're afraid isn't going to happen or isn't going to pull together, you've got this. But again, the message that I'm constantly hearing is when they let go. So, guidance from spirit to release and rise, which would be very appropriate. Find that balance. Find the balance that you need so that you can have the happiness and the joy that the Fool and the Ten of Cups is showing you that you can have. And with the Knight of Swords, again, the Knights, they're just starting on their journey. It's going to be swift, like swift action. Once you let go, it's going to be that release of just knowing, okay, I don't have to control it. I don't want to control it. I don't want to do that anymore. And so, right. So I'm sorry. I wanted to hear in my head what it's just the bliss that I want to get across, that when you can let go of holding on to the things that you can't control, you can't change things sometimes. I mean, there's actions that we can take. There's work that sometimes needs to be put in. And I think right now you're being called to put some work in, put some work into yourself, put some work into your rest. And then just let it go. Let yourself be free. Let yourself be happy to go on that journey of what's life like when I'm free. Deeply rooted in love. Something is emerging from the depths of your most intimate desires. And it's that you want that freedom. Like, I literally have goosebumps right now. It's that you want that freedom. And so I always like to use my oracle cards that are from gratitude, because when we're in a place of gratitude, that's when we really can see that whatever it is that's really like weighing us down, that's not it. That's not what we're supposed to be feeling in this life. Choices. That's appropriate. So this book is really easy to read. It's the Gratitude Oracle. So with the guidebook, we just go to 46, and I'm just going to read this really quick for you. I mean, it's pretty obvious choices. You have a choice. You can stay in fear, or you have a choice that you can let it go. And I always read the affirmations first. And then look at these cards. They're so pretty. Okay. Is that good? That's good. Okay. I carefully weigh my options and make my choices with gratitude. Your life is full of choices all of the time. You may have come to a moment when you are wondering what you would like to do, next. You may be at a place of contemplation and ready to start something new, but aren't sure yet what that will be. You have a choice to make. Do you want to continue with how things are, or do you want to make a change? Stay optimistic while you determine the best option for you. And then I love that this book gives a description of the cards, because you can look at these cards and then look at it again, and you just see so much more. And I know I kind of repeat that almost on every video, but it's so true. They're so pretty. A young girl chases a group of elementals. The light from the closest fairy emits a bright yellow glow. Yellow may be associated with your solar plex chakra and personal power. You are encouraged to make your own choice and not give this power to someone else. A fairy is typically associated with joy, magic, wishes, and possibilities. The path ahead is illuminated, which will help you find your direction. The various colors of the fairies represents the opportunities facing you. Each option will bring different lessons and blessings. It's up to you to determine the choice you would like to make. So, thank you for watching. Thank you for being here. If there's someone that wants to reach out to me that this resonated with, and you have some more questions or just want some guidance, feel free to message me, leave a comment, and I will get back to you. And let's see how we can make magic. Let's just make some good choices. Let's ask our guides for guidance. So again, thank you very much for being here. Have a really good night.